that shit up.
YouTube, what it do, man? Y'all already know who I am. My man Grindhard checking in again with another video. And we finally got some NBA 2K26 gameplay. This video, I'm gonna give y'all my first impressions, pretty much tell y'all what I think about what I've seen so far, and get into some of these new features that 2K announced today for NBA 2K26. We're gonna get into all that in this video, man, and we're gonna do a deep dive breakdown of some of this gameplay that they leaked today. But before we get into all of that, let me go on and get y'all to leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button if you're new. This is the first video that I'm really dropping on NBA 2K26, and we will be dropping videos every day up until the game drops. So y'all make sure y'all turn on our post notifications, hit that like button. Let's get into it. So the courtside report is out for NBA 2K26. I don't really want to too much go through all the features that they added on NBA 2K26, but I want to give y'all my personal favorites based off of what I heard today. And the number one thing for me is definitely the fact that we have custom layup packages now. One of the main things that I hated in the previous years, I either had to pick a layup package based on my gathers or how I wanted to finish. I could never get the best of both worlds, you feel me? If I wanted some cool gathers where I wanted to get saucy, I had to go with the Jordan Poole layup package. It gave me that circus layup package from previous years or whatnot, but it didn't have really 2-minute scoop layups and quick finishes in that package. Now we able to customize, well, fully customize what layup packages we want, so we can pick between our spins in our layups, our euros in our layups, our hop steps in our layups, the scoop layups, regular layups. We can fully customize our layup packages now. I personally feel like that's a great addition to NBA 2K26. And if y'all ain't know, real player percentage layups is out the window on 26, which means all layups are timed. But we do have the meter that shows the green window. So in this clip, you can clearly see Jalen Brunson horribly mistimed this layup. You feel me? He held it super long, whoever was controlling Jalen Brunson. But the green window is so big, even on a late layup, it's still green. You feel me? So being able to see that green window is a plus. I don't know what determined how big that green window is. In previous years when we had the green window on layups, specifically on NBA 2K24, you could late time a lot of layups and that green window wouldn't change. So you could either time it on the go up of the shot meter or the come down of the shot meter. You would do pretty good if you had a decent layup. It wasn't overly difficult to time layups on that game, and with a hot layup, you was able to finish a lot of tough layups on NBA 2K24 in comparison to NBA 2K25. I just didn't know what the actual visual cue was for the layups. It was just so many layup animation. Once you go in for a layup, you really didn't have too much control over what animation you was gonna get on 25. So being able to customize these layup packages and see the green window for the animations, I personally feel like that's a huge plus. And they changed the shot meter, which is also a huge plus, because this shot meter, I've been saying it since the start of NBA 2K25. The shot meter on this game was absolute ass. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't like the shot meter on 25 at all, but they added a new layup meter, as you can see in the gameplay. This is the layup, not layup meter, it's the shot meter as well for NBA 2K25. Now, I don't know what other options we have. Well, I said 25, I meant 26. I don't know what the other options we have. We will be able to see once the game come out, but this is just what 2K done revealed to us so far. Now, other than layups, the other thing that I wanted to get into is rhythm shooting on NBA 2K26. Rhythm shooting did return on NBA 2K26, and I was talking about this in my stream on yesterday. A lot of y'all don't know it, but the actual rhythm shooting mechanic has been in the game for so long. It hasn't been called rhythm shooting, and it didn't always necessarily function with the down up motion like rhythm shooting on NBA 2K25, but you could use down up motion on previous 2Ks to shoot. Now, I'm gonna use NBA 2K17 for example. The rhythm shoot mechanic was in NBA 2K17. Also, the mechanic that they introducing on NBA 2K26 with the rhythm shooting, it sounds a lot like what the shooting was on NBA 2K17. And what I mean by that, you have way more control of your jump shot in NBA 2K17 rather than it just being an animation like NBA 2K25. When you held your shot a long time, it looked like my player was taking a long shot. If you released it super quick, then it looked like your my player was actually releasing the shot quicker. Basically, your my player was mimicking what you was doing with your controller. So if you was shooting your shot super slow, then your my player actually looked like he was shooting his shot super slow. On NBA 2K25, if you was shooting your shot super slow, your my player animation still looked the exact same no matter how you released the shot. It just gave you a different feedback. 26, that returns. And this is what 2K said. They said enhance rhythm shooting. Watching so many of you discover and embrace rhythm shooting mechanic to improve your shooting ability has been thrilling and rewarding. Seeing heightened competition has inspired us to push the envelope of rhythm shooting and bolster its strength. In NBA 2K26, rhythm shooting extends beyond mimicking each player's signature shooting animation to giving you full control over every aspect of the shot. The shooting control method still relies on the down-up flicking motion and the shot stick. Well, with the shot stick, but now your shooting timing and tempo will actually manipulate the shooter's upper body and impact how the shot looks throughout the complete motion by reflecting how you move the shot stick, which is what I was talking about earlier, just like on NBA 2K17. From the start, you'll see and feel the difference between early, late, slow, and fast release. If you flick up late and slowly, you'll see the effect with a delayed pushing motion and laser release. This enhanced feature grants more freedom than ever before to decide what type of jump shot you want to take. Counter a closeout from a defender by initiating a quick release and initially rushing your shot and still knock it down by executing excellent rhythm shooting tempo, which means you don't have to get both green. As long as you get one green, where they say the rhythm shooting, the tempo green, you can still green that shot this year. Last year, well, 25 on the, the previous, well, the 2K that we playing now, I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words, but the 2K we playing now, you pretty much have to do green if you playing on the high difficulty, which, a lot of y'all wasn't. But if you was playing on high risk, high reward, you had to green both in order to make the shot. Once every probably 50, 60 shots, you might get one shot to go in that's not both green, but for the most part, you had to green both. And they also said overall players who take advantage of the rhythm shooting mechanic will experience a more responsive and authentic jump shot that simulates a true shooting motion. I myself, I'm a rhythm shooter. I've been a big advocate for rhythm shooting since the game came out. One of my most viewed videos, or some of my most viewed videos for NBA 2K25 was about rhythm shooting. So I'm done with the button. I've been done with the button. I've been using rhythm shooting for pretty much everything. You feel me? So I do like this edition of NBA 2K26. Since I mentioned high risk reward, this year they introducing a green or miss shot timing, which it seems like it's the same as high risk reward, but this is what 2K said. Green or miss shot timing will be universal in NBA 2K26, so that each mode has an even playing field. This means on high difficulties, including most competitive multiplayer modes, only excellent timing green shots will go in. However, shot timing will scale by difficulty and will be less forgiving in competitive modes like Proving Grounds and Pro-Am, but more forgiving in team control modes like my team, where you have to adapt to different shot animations. In addition, layup timing is permanently enabled to separate skilled finishers and make those highly contested finishes at the rim even more spectacular and impressive. Ultimately, we want to emphasize skill-based competitive gameplay where your action on the sticks provides more control of the outcomes you see in game. This renewed focus will be felt across multiple gameplay areas, from shot outcomes to successful blocks, steals, and loose balls and rebounds. And like I said, 2K announced a whole lot of other features that will be added on NBA 2K26, but I just want to touch on some of the things that I like. You feel me? The layups, as well as the shooting on the game, which I feel is the most important. And I've been saying it a lot lately, that I honestly feel like NBA 2K25 a shell of what NBA 2K26 gonna be. So NBA, if you didn't like the direction that NBA 2K went on NBA 2K25, just based off of what I'm reading so far on NBA 2K26, you probably won't like NBA 2K26, considering they just improved that game. You feel me? They added more features to that game. That game was the basis of this game was the basis of what 26 is gonna be. That's just my honest opinion. I could be completely wrong once the game come out, but just reading some of the things that I'm reading with the addition of rhythm shooting coming back, you feel me? They still got the pro play animation. All they did was change layup timing. It's the same, you feel me? It's the same, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I personally I enjoy playing NBA 2K25. I still stream it just about every day. But I'd be lying if I said that NBA 2K26 is gonna be a completely different game than what NBA 2K25 is. It's definitely an improvement. There's definitely new features in the game, but that game is still the base, the backbone of what 26 is gonna be. You feel me? So if you kept button shooting on NBA 2K25 and you didn't adjust when NBA 2K26 released and boys out there going crazy with the rhythm shooting on the new game, understand that we took advantage of NBA 2K25 and learned everything it was to learn about that game. So 26, all we doing is learning the new features in 26, and we're gonna be rocking and rolling. You feel me? So yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of them years. I definitely feel like it's gonna be one of them years to where if you don't want to adapt and learn, then you're not gonna like the game, because you do have to learn new things every single year. You feel me? But 25, if you got a pretty good understanding of 25, I feel like you should definitely be able to compete on 26 based off of what they've already announced. Also, the last thing that I will mention, they added a new feature, a quick shot feature, where you no longer dip. We call it the gather. You feel me? Where you catch the ball, you bring it down. In previous years, we was having to pick different jab step, and not jab step, but triple threat animation to make sure the ball stay high. Well, now they got the no dip feature where you catch the ball in your pocket, you go straight into your shooting form, which I feel like that's a great addition, you know what I'm saying, to them boys sitting in the corner. I ain't gonna say I don't be in that corner, because I ain't gonna lie, boy, I be running straight to that corner on in a transition. But anyway, yeah, they added a no dip feature, which it should improve a lot of our shots, bro. It give us a lot more consistency. They haven't said nothing about the green window yet on the game. Well, not the green window, but the RNG in the game yet. Well, we just have to keep, you know what I'm saying, seeing what 2K talking about up until the game come out in regards to that. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all for this video. Make sure you leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Again, man Grind Hard checking up out of here.